So it's Tuesday, March the 4th. It's 2025, and it's pretty late in the evening. Well, it's pretty late at night. And I'm coming home late because I was at a local meeting that was about an hour's drive from home. And I'm sharing with you the date because it's pretty significant. I'm coming to you from Canada, and today is the day that the American administration decided to impose some pretty substantive trade sanctions on our country. And the news was inescapable all day. We're in the middle of a trade war between Canada and the US as I'm recording this. Now, who knows what is going to happen next, but the combination of the inescapable headlines of this trade war and going to this more local meeting of people gathered around doing their best to make good decisions got me thinking about the link between trade wars and parliamentary procedure. And I know it sounds on the surface like maybe there isn't a direct link. Or you might be thinking, well, of course there's a direct link, right? Congress, Canada's House of Commons, they all operate under procedural rules and rules of order. But I think where my mind has gone is to strip away the big splashy headlines full of conflict, full of doom, full of crisis, and to think a little bit more deeply about how democracy works throughout society and not just in the headlines or in the big national elections. Because when it comes down to it, lots of definitions all over the place, but democracy is about participating in building the society that you want to see. And it doesn't just take place at the national scale. In fact, more people, I would argue, participate at the local level in things like local boards, not-for-profit organizations. Maybe you're volunteering on the board of a local arts society. Maybe you're part of a hospital commission or a hospital board. Maybe you're just involved in your community in some form that finds you using formal meeting rules that may or may not be familiar to you. And the basis of these meeting rules, I think, speaks to part of what is at the heart of participating in a society, and that is trying to find a balance between the organization being able to move issues forward, move business forward in a efficient way with the rights of the members to be able to contribute, to be able to participate, but in a way that not one person dominates the conversation. So I'm thinking about equity and fairness. Maybe you're new, maybe you're shy, maybe you're an introvert, maybe your go-to isn't to jump in and try to talk over people. Some sort of framework needs to be there so that when people get passionate about their ideas, when people start to talk and talk and talk, there's something already in place that everybody agrees to that says you get to contribute, but in an equal measure to those who may be a little bit more hesitant to try to jump in. And they get to contribute in an equal manner as you who are a little bit more outgoing or maybe have a lot more to say, so that everybody in the group gets to participate equally and fairly. And that equal and fair participation during your meetings is going to lead to, hopefully, a much richer discussion, better ideas, good ideas that are made even better by the contribution of each individual member in the group. The group becomes bigger than the sum of its parts through discussion, through arguments, through respectful dialogue, and through contributions. I don't think this is happening in the headline politics of today. I think it's pretty fair to say that if you look at the headline politics, you see people talking over each other, you see people angry, you see people generating conflict in many cases, for the sake of conflict so that they can capture your attention. I do, however, see this rich discussion and, for the most part, people trying to create a fair and balanced playing field in local organizations that people are passionate about. And so I think that's the connection. The connection isn't that trade wars and parliamentary procedure are intangibly linked. They might be. But I think what the trade wars has done for me is to push away all of the noise and try to see where democracy is still happening and good governance is still happening. And it's happening in places where either formally through parliamentary procedure or informally through agreements that folks make with one another, that the playing field is balanced and the rules are clear and understood by everybody. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you have thoughts on this? Do you see a connection with the big noisy headlines and your organizations that you're a part of? Do you see benefit in formalized rules of order, or are you more interested in coming to agreements outside of a parliamentary authority with the people that you are in the group, in the assembly with? And how do you wrestle with the question of balancing the rights of the organization with the rights of the members? How do you wrestle with the questions of fairness, of equity, of participation? I'd really like to hear what your thoughts are. And please do drop them in the comments section. Or if you're better at technology than I am, I think there's reaction videos are a thing out there on the interwebs. I'd welcome your reaction to my thoughts here tonight. And while you're here, I'd encourage you to check out some of the other videos on this channel, because I think at the heart of all of these videos, while I'm doing my best to try to, in a plain spoken and useful way, explain various aspects of parliamentary procedure, supply you with tools, since you're the person that has to go to the meetings, supply you with some tools to help make your meetings a little bit more enjoyable, to come to better decisions and have respectful and rich debate on the issues that are important for you. So, having said all of that, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And I know this is a little departure from the usual if you're a regular viewer. And I promise, next Monday, new video, motion analysis, back to the rules of order and what motions are not, and various characteristics. All right. Thank you, and I'll see you again.